Recording start. Can you see the screen? Screen sharing, yeah? Right. Today we will see about file system hierarchy of Linux. In Windows, you are having drives like C drive, D drive, E drive, etc. Whereas in Linux, the file system hierarchy will be like this. // which is called as root, is the main mount point, under which you are having mount points like boot, var, home, bin, sbin, temp, root, etc. So what are these mount points? Let's see in detail. Root is a mount point which is the one used to load the operating system. So load the operating system. And it is a mount point which is used to check the file system before loading the operating system. Boot is a mount point which is used to boot the operating system and which contains the bootloader and kernel. Home is a home directory. It is a home directory for normal users. Whereas root, even this is also called as root, but this root is the home directory for root user. Root is the home directory for root user. Bin means binaries, where you have common commands, common binaries which can be used by a user or root. Sbin, super binaries, where you have the commands, where you have the binaries used only by root user. etc. It contains most of the configuration files. Related to the packages that we install in the system. And whereas USR is a location where the packages are installed by default. The packages related to Linux are installed in USR. USR stands for UNIX Shareable Resources. UNIX shareable resources. And if we are installing any third-party applications, if we are installing any third-party applications, then those applications will be installed in OPT. That's optional. Installation location for third-party drivers, third-party applications. 10 is a mount point. 10 is a mount point which contains the temporary files. Whenever working on any application, it creates some temporary files, and those temporary files, most of them will be created in /10. var, which talks about variables. Some of the configuration files will be present in var mount point, and it will also create some temporary files. And var is location where the default emails of users will be present. Default emails of users will be present. And devices. It talks about the devices that are present in your system, like hard disk, CD or DVD, pen drive, etc. Here you can find what type of hard disk you are having, whether it is HDA, whether it is SATA, whether it is SCSI. If you have /dev/HDA, if you have this one, it means it is IDE hard disk. If you get /dev/SDA, then it is SATA hard disk. If you are having /dev/SCA, it is SCSI hard disk. Yes, SCSI hard disk. Next. Run. Run is a mount point where you can see the drives like CD or pen drive. Previously, when you insert in a disk or when you connect a pen drive, they are mounted by default on mount point called MNT. But whereas in Red Hat UNIX 7, RHEL 7, they are now mounted on a mount point called run. They are now mounted on mount point called run. So if I need to access a pen drive, if I connected a pen drive, or if I insert a disk, then I can access that from this run mount point. Mount point for CD or DVD and pen drive. Next, proc, which talks about the process. This proc mount point will be having information about memory resources, how much memory is utilized, how much memory is free, and it also talks about CPU resource, CPU access. which application using how much processing time. Okay. So these are the mount points present in Linux. So each mount point has its purpose. So let's see some basic commands that are used in Linux. To create a directory, use a command called mkdir space directory name. Use it to create a directory. To create multiple directories, use mkdir space directory name space directory name space directory name. You can use space and give folder name to create multiple directories. If you want to create subdirectories, then I will use command like this mkdir space -p directory name / subdirectory name / subdirectory name to create subdirectories. In this, the option -p indicates that dir2 is a parent directory. dir2 is a parent directory. To navigate from one directory to another directory, use a command called cd. cd space directory name to navigate from one folder to another folder. If you want to come back to the previous folder, then I will use the command cd space dot. If you want to come back, then I will use cd space dot. If you want to navigate to subdirectories at a time, then I will do like this: cd dir2 in that sub1 and in sub1 sub2. Then I can directly navigate to sub2 directory. To get back to the previous folder, if I give cd dot, then we will come one step backward, that is to sub1 directory. And if I give again cd dot, I will come one step backward, that is to dir2 directory. I want to come directly to the main directory, then I will give /, or whatever the folder name is. create a file, in Linux, we use a command called cat. So cat greater than file name. Type the data, and to save the file we need to press Ctrl D. To save the file we have to press Ctrl D. To see the contents of the file, you can use cat space file name. Use cat space file name. There is another option in cat, that is the cat double greater than, to create a file. The difference between this greater than and double greater than options are, using greater than option, you can create a file and overwrite a file. Whereas using double greater than option, you can create a file and append the data. Means you can add some more data to existing files. So if you want to overwrite the existing file, use single greater than. If you want to append any data to an existing file, we use double greater than option. And simply giving cat space file name, you can see the contents of the file. Okay, that's it for today. We will see the remaining session tomorrow.